No, you're not. Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow flow straight to my lover's heart. For me, Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight through All right. Hello. Good day, peoples. When the nation stops treating mine, there are many shows on the airwaves. FM dial, you won't find none like Free Your Mind. Wanna free the mind. 4 o'clock. Every follow. The time is 4 o'clock. Realist you will find. Star 106 hits a pleasant Friday. Good afternoon to each and all. Welcome to the weekend. Welcome to your weekend edition of Free Your Mind, brought to you courtesy of none other than Kalik, the beer of the Bahamas. I've got to say a big thank you to the 6th annual, Caribbean Baseball Cup. Thank you to City of Hope, formerly Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Thank you to KFC. The Cleveland Clinic, Pinder Tile. Thank you to the Nassau Cruise Port, getting ready for Eddie Minutes Live on October the 5th. And like I said, tickets are available. Make sure you get them now. Thank you to Solomon's and One Time for ESC Distributors, Keep the Vibe Alive Music Group, and of course, Alpha Sound Promotions, getting ready for Best of the best in Rake and Scrape Reloaded, November the 2nd at the Super Club Breezes grounds. All right. Good to have everybody in my company as always. Good to see each and every one of you. Star 106 and Natural Empress on Facebook. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in on channel 976 on cable. And of course, to everybody that's locked and loaded on the FM band. We are 106.5 on your FM dial. All right. Oh, man. Good. Like I said, welcome to the weekend. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. All right. We're going to celebrate together. We're going to get it kicked off right now. So just want to, I just want to first set the stage a little bit, kind of probe you, get into your thoughts for just a second. I overheard, not really, because they were speaking to me sort of kind of directly. And a conversation was had, whereas I found out that this young lady's mother was expecting the same time that she was. Now, she's a grown woman, and her mother was pregnant with her sibling the same time she was expecting her own baby. Now, I know that you've seen it before. I know that it's very common, especially here in the Bahamas, but I want to discuss it for just a bit as to whether or not you view it as something fundamentally wrong, or is it just something that's culturally accepted? What does it say about the mother, right? Whose child is now going to be her oldest child's, how is that now? Little sister and auntie. So this other baby is going to be the child's aunt. Is that right? How does it work? Hold on, let me get this right. So my mother's child would be my sibling, and then my child would be that child's aunt. Yes, absolutely. Right. So it's a little mix up. It's a Kong salad situation. But at the end of the day, how do we as a society view mother and daughter being pregnant at the same time? What does it say about the child? And I want you to understand that her child who's pregnant, is way over 18. This is a young lady who is well in her 30s, early 30s. There, I know of a situation where the child was just, a little over 22, and her mother was pregnant at the same time. But how does society view this kind of pregnancy? Is it cool? Do we see it as super cool, where mom and daughter are experiencing morning sickness at the same time? Is it cool that they're, dressing up in matching maternity wear? Is it cool that they're possibly booking their hospital rooms at the same time? And that's what I think made the story even more intricate and more interesting, that they were expecting about the same time. So how do you view it if it were you? It's almost, yeah, right, like almost like it was planned, but not. It just happened that coincidentally they were expecting at the same time, like literally the same month. Due dates were like 2 weeks apart. And I don't know how I felt about it, because the mother is in her 40s. All right. This is another case I'm telling you about. The mother had a child at 43. Her daughter is 21. And the daughter also is expecting. So mom is going to be a grandmother, as well as she's going to be a mom. And her child is going to be an aunt or uncle. Like, do you see anything wrong with it? Or is it just the more the merry in the family? We're extending the family, and this is just how the cookie crumbles. How do you view it? Let's talk. You can hit me up on Facebook, Star 106 and Natural Empress on Facebook. So everybody's pregnant at the same time. Everybody, the baby showers are going to coincide. Do we see it as cute? Or is it that at a certain age, you feel a woman should stop procreating and not do it just because her body is able to? Do you think maybe by the time you hit 40, you should just wrap it up and, call it quits? Or just enjoy your nieces and nephews, or your children that you've had previously and their children? Or do you think a woman over 40, 42 maybe the most, or what age do you think a woman should stop having kids even though her body can produce? Let's talk. Bahamas 328-8164 if you'd like to call, or let's do it on Facebook, Star 106 and Natural Empress on Facebook. We're going to take a quick break right here. We're going to find out what's happening on the streets. It's a Friday, so y'all know how it is. All right, we got our eye in the sky traffic report, followed by more right here on the Star. We're 106.5.
Good afternoon. First early afternoon look at traffic across New Providence. And we've got that Friday
like mother, like daughter. Boy, listen to me. I personally believe that just because a woman's body can produce a child after 40, after say 42, I say don't mess with that. Don't mess with it. What saith you?
It's very heavy with traffic up there this time of the afternoon. On Carmichael Road itself, eastbound lane, bumper to bumper, almost the entire route. At least from Faith Avenue, expect a slow ride before getting on the Super Road exit. While Gladstone Road is a pretty good ride, most of the route. And once you get on the top of the hill to get out, you'll be caught up in a bumper to bumper ride before doing that. And it's same with the traffic that's getting on Gladstone Road from JFK. While JFK is a good ride.
Like mother, like daughter?
Expect a slow ride before you get to the top of the hill, where it eventually lights up. Going home along West Face Street is already slowed down with traffic headed in that direction. And so far, the east end going into Montague and on Easton Road, the ride is good. Then finally, the intersection of Foxville and Prince Charles Drive, very busy. The traffic that's coming along Prince Charles Drive heading east, as well as good evening from the Elizabeth Estates area and getting to that intersection. There's always Foxville Road with heavy lines of traffic on both sides of the line. This is not a traffic report. Service of Jan Johnson. The only insurance agency and brokers give you peace of mind of Bahamas for over 100 years. This is your first look at traffic.
A long time.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, created one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Imagine getting full flavor without your wallet judging you. We're taking value to a newer, pricier level with our new KFC Snack Bar. Packed with one piece of juicy fried chicken, crispy fries, and a buttery biscuit, all for just $5.35. Take a break and snack responsibly with the delicious, affordable KFC Snack Box. Order your new favorite deal online with Messenger or WhatsApp High to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. KFC knows value, and it's food looking good.
Thank you to all our listeners and supporters for making Star 106 your station of choice for the past 16 years.
Okay, so I gotta turn that one. Turn it down. My mama was a good old man. That's my father, sorry. My papa was a good old man. Okay, so is it that they can be borrowing? They can be borrowing Pampers, borrowing little Vaseline, borrowing little baby Earl. Like, is it cute? Is it something that we celebrate as a nation? Whereas we think it's cool. Mama You can depend on me now. My papa was a good old man. All right, Garnet, sing on, brother. Mama, you can depend on me now. Me and you pregnant same time? No, sir. That ain't cool, my brother. Oh, mama, mama. I wish that everybody was as sweet as you are. Okay. Now it's up to me to do the rest. Depend on me now, 'cause I see you. Star 106 hits. Welcome back. A little garnet silk right there. Mama, you could depend on me. No, you can't, because you and your mother are expecting at the same time. Do you think it's something where the mother should feel somewhat cute? When I say cute, meaning embarrassed. Is it something that we tend to celebrate as a people here in the Bahamas, whereas mother and daughter are pregnant at the same time? I know it's not something that you possibly discuss at the dining table. Now, listen, I'm about to get pregnant, so don't you do it. No, it's not that. Do you think that maybe there should be a cutoff period for a woman over 40 not to have children if she's already a grandmother? She already has children who are producing. She already is keeping her little grandson or granddaughter or both. Do you think once you hit that age that you should not be procreating? What says you? All right, my person's on Facebook. This one says, "Hi, yikes! Thank you, Patrice. Me and my daughter was pregnant at the same time. I was 38 and my daughter was 25. The baby before me do her first is older than my last. I never told her I was finished for her to start. She knew I wanted a son." So let me get this right, Miss Patrice. Thank you so much for sharing your true story. All right. Let me read it again. My daughter and I were pregnant at the same time. You were 38, so you were under 40, and your daughter was 25. So let's examine that for a second, because I was saying personally, over 40, I don't think anybody should be having any children after safely 42. And here's my reason for it. Your body may be able to produce. Yes, you're still ovulating, you still have a cycle. All of that is percolating, all well and good. But I think after you hit 42 and 43 and 44 is a stretch. By the time you have a 2, 3, 4, 5 year old, do you have the same mental capacity and physical ability to be following behind a toddler? Do you still have the patience that it takes for you to do school projects and PTA meetings and teething and mood and temper tantrums? Do you have the mental capacity to remain sane when it is at that age? You should seriously be winding down. So, Patrice, as this is a true story for you, be honest. After, say, 45, did you still have the same fortitude? Did you still have the same stamina to keep up with your young child the way you did with your daughter, who was 25 when she became pregnant as well? So I need you to talk to me on that one for person speaking from experience. Kevon says, Mom planned this baby. Suppose she was just um at my establishment for fun, knowing those eggs were still fresh in the carton. Lord of mercy, Lord. Kevon, I could always depend on you. All right. Raisa says, wow, so that's something if the mom started having kids early, and so they're both still young. Okay, so 38 is still under that 40 year mark that I was talking about. Maybe it is that your 25-year-old, because 25 seems to be, depending on the young lady, how mature she is, how set she is. Is she married? Does she have a steady boyfriend? Is she going to be doing this alone? 25 is still rather young, but it happens. But do you think it's cute? Did people find it cute, Miss Patrice, for you and your daughter? Hold on. Oh, Lord, we have a correction. Okay, so she, the mother, was 38 and her daughter was 15. OMG. Okay, so this changes the dynamics a whole lot, because now my question to you, Miss Patrice, at that point, your daughter becoming pregnant very, very early, you would need to be there for her, not only as the baby's grandmother, but you would have to be there to pretty much steer and direct and help your daughter to chart her course in motherhood. And at the same time, be able to be good to yourself. You would have to, you have to readjust. You have to think back into your memory how it was to be pregnant again. um how hard or how difficult was that for you to balance both being a second time mom up in age and also help your daughter to chart her course as a very, very young mother? Yikes, right? So the two of them was young. Okay. So they went through that experience together. Yes. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Kevon, I can put you in the corner. All right. So the question is, how did society, how did your family, how did church, how did people view view the fact that both of you were pregnant at the same time? So your child would have to call her child aunt, or sorry, the other way around, aunt or uncle, whereas your daughter's child is calling you Grammy. How does that dynamic work? All right. You can hit us up on Facebook. We're Star 106 and Natural Empress on Facebook. Thank you for this one. Yes, what did people say? Because that's a very interesting story. So, to the people who are on the live feed and you're able to respond rather quickly, does the dynamics really change now that the daughter is so much younger versus the numbers that we were looking at first, 38 and 25? How does it change, or how does it change your view on the mother being pregnant at the same time with her daughter? Or is it that we can't put a time on when people decide to procreate, or when they feel as if they found the right one? Because who's to say Mother at 38, mother at 40, mother at 44 may just be really starting to experience life, really, really just finding true love, and maybe finding a man that maybe A, does not have kids, or B, wants kids. Just simple, wants kids, and your body is able to produce. What saith you to that? My goodness gracious, we're going to take another break right here. I'm going to give you a chance to get your comments in, unless the babies grew up as siblings. What do you mean, Raisa? Um, yes, more than likely. But can you imagine the two babies in school? You have this 3 year old, this 1 year old, or a 3 year old, and another 3 year old, both one calling the other aunt or uncle, and they're both in nursery. Like, is it cute? What does it really say? What does it really, signify in our society? Gonna take another break right here. This is Free Your Mind on a Freestyle Friday. More to come in just a few. Stay tuned. Condition shouldn't define you at Cleveland Clinic. Well, see, Kevon, I know sometimes things happen. Things happen. Um, I don't think, obviously, that she had planned to be a mother. I don't get that, right? And it happened, and it's unfortunate, but it happens. I would not, would I wouldn't, I can't imagine what she as a mother was going through, knowing that her 15-year-old was procreating. Like, that got to be, number one, not only a shock, but that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow. Oh, that can be good. I agree, but how? Hmm. Kevon, you right. You absolutely right. But we know, you know, we all know that does not necessarily happen that way. We have plenty teenage pregnancies. We have plenty of them, numerous. They're not planned. Yes, they should be in their books, but a lot of them aren't. They're experimenting. Some of them trying to find love. Some of them just want a little affection. They don't get it at home. To Miss, what's her name again? To Miss Patrice, if you don't mind us asking, what was your daughter's reason for deciding to have sex at that early age? Because now she's a mom, and I'm sure you've helped her to be a very good one. But what was happening in her life at that time? Why she strayed away from the books, like Kevon said? Like, she really should have been sitting in BJCSCs and, studying and things, but she obviously was doing a little bit more. Like, what was her reason, if you don't mind? Christelle, that's a rough one. And did she go to Pace? Yeah, I agree, but Kevon, that's a crazy, crazy situation. And in order to stop these things from happening before they actually happen, is definitely, we want to be proactive and not reactive in situations like this. So how do we prevent it? But again, we're also talking about not necessarily teenage pregnancies, but just women who are having children the same time as their daughters. Like that's that's a I don't think it's cute, personally. It happens, but I don't think it's cute. Oh, y'all don't see nothing to it's not a big deal. Y'all don't see it as a big deal? Okay, here we go. Star 106 hits music in from Fantasia with Baby Mama. And on a Freestyle Friday, discussing moms and daughters being pregnant at the same time. And we have a true story from a young lady on our Facebook Live who says that she, at 38, was pregnant at the same time her 15-year-old daughter was. And I'm thinking at that point, as a grandmother of the baby or as the mother of the 15-year-old, her duty and her focus would have been on concentrating on how to maneuver, how to help her daughter to maneuver through a time and a situation that is definitely designed for a grown woman to deal with. A 15-year-old does not have the mindset, nor is her body necessarily fully mature to deal with the situation. Now, mind you, it happens, but by right, that is not the age for it. So I would think, as the mother, her duty would be to help her daughter to maneuver through that very, very meticulous time. But she too was pregnant. So how were you able to, if I'm speaking to you directly, how were you able to maneuver through what I would think is a very difficult time for you both? She says that they grew up as siblings, meaning the two babies, the auntie and uncle, I mean, auntie and niece or nephew. They grew up as siblings because she, the mother, I had to support her in every way, physically and financially. And notice we didn't even get to the financial side of things. I didn't want to go there because I'm hoping that, the 15-year-old's baby daddy's family would have played a very intricate role and a very pivotal role and a very serious role in their son's life, and the fact that he has helped to procreate a baby very, very early. So you had to do the physical, the mental support, and financial. They both are 12-year-old now, and they are uncle and niece. Wow. So they're 12 years old now, possibly in about grade 8, 7 or 8. I assume they're either in high school. How are they now? Do they think it's cute? What's the relationship now with you and your daughter? Is the child's father in that would be the The uncle's life? Is it uncle's life? Anyway, help me out there. All right, because that's rather interesting. How are they now, and where's the other side of the family? I'm mad it sounds like she the only one who had to support, and that's what I'm trying to find out. And this is where we as a society need to educate our young girls, in particular our boys as well, that at that age, and this is where the law needs to change as well, because as a 16-year-old, there's no way a 16-year-old should be able to, have full domain, and able to govern their bodies at 16 and make decisions. There's absolutely no way. And I'm really surprised that as a country, we don't make more noise about that being changed. All right. In the daughter's life. Right. All right. So we want to know, inquiring minds want to know. Christio says they need some good family counseling. Raisa says, I couldn't see me and my mom being pregnant at the same time. Ma'am, your time done finish. Okay, so that's generally the question. Do we see once, or do we think that it's right that by the time a woman hits anything, I guess over, I did say 40, guys, if she has old enough children, that's, like, is there a stop point where you say, you know what, even though my body is able to produce, this is where I tie it up. It's not happening anymore. I am now in the possible grandmother phase of my life. And do we see it different where men are concerned? A son is having a child with a woman, and the same time the daddy. That's common. We see it all the time, and it seems to be more socially accepted. Why is that? Raisa says, yes, there should be a stop point. And what point is that? Y'all throw some numbers at me. Are we looking at the age of 40? And is it any different in acceptance if the child happens to be very, very young, like Patrice's child here that got pregnant at the age of 15? Let's talk. Again, I think there should be my personal opinion, I think there should be a cutoff point. I think by the time one hits anywhere near 40 or 40, the most 41, 42, I think we should just wrap it up. Thank you, Paulette. Good day. Very interesting topic. I would say the ideal situation is that a mother should not be having children at the same time. But how do we prevent it, Paulette? How do we prevent it? Because we have a classic case, and this is not even the person I was talking about. This is somebody that's on our live right now who said she was 38 and her daughter happened to be 15 and pregnant. So you're not expecting your 15-year-old, your 16-year-old to be procreating, but it happens. So you're saying that a mother should not be having children at the same time. However, the case with the mother and her teen daughter being pregnant at the same time, the mother will have to assist in all ways, physically, mentally, and financially, because she will have to look out for her child's needs. And that's child, or I should say children's needs. The child who is the mother, and now the mother of your grandchild. She should also make the father of her daughter's child accountable because she's underage at 15. And I'm really interested to find out how 12 years later, how all of that played out. If you don't mind, Miss Patrice, how did all of that play out? Were you solely, responsible for your child and your grandchild's needs? Did the other side, the other family, did they contribute? Where are they today? Where are the men in this situation, says Christo? Where is as the mother, where is your daughter's father, the grandfather of the child? And where is the parents of the young man? Because again, she is underage. Was he too underage, or was he older? And legally, how did you deal with that? We'll await your response on that to take us out of here, because inquiring minds really, really want to know about that. All right, so let's just play this one here, a song from Mama, Boys to Men, right here on your hit station. We're Star 106 Hits. Yeah, we want to know. We want to know. And if he was older, Lord Jesus, did he lock up? Did his parents beg you not to press charges? Like, talk to me. We want to know before the show over, please. Please, please, please. Take us out of here. I'll wait. Hopefully, y'all should get the message before the song is over, because I won't know. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Star 106 hits. Yes, indeed. Free Your Mind, a song for Mama. Boys to Men right there. And I just want to say thank you to Miss Patrice, who contributed so greatly to today's show. And the answer we were waiting for in terms of the absence of the men in this scenario. She says, my granddaughter's father died, but there was no support from his family. I did not want. I had to do. My daughter is working now. She's able to take care of her child, although although able to help me and my son and my granddaughter get along well. Okay, so the father of the baby, his dad has died. But where's the mother? Where's the other? Where's the paternal grandmother? I understand that the father has died, but where's the mother? Does she contribute? Does she, play a role in her granddaughter's life? This is very interesting. Folks, we are out of time, but for those that are tuned in on the Facebook Live, we can get the answer there. I just got to say thank you to everybody who contributed to today's show. Top of the hour, we're gonna do it for you. Woo! This is wild. But top of the hour, we're gonna set off the weekend the right way. We got our drive at 5 coming your way. DJ AI, yours truly, the natural Empress, right here on the Star. We're 106.5. At Solomon's, we believe that. So the grandfather died. That's the daddy of the boy. Is the boy in the child's life right now? Because now he's had time to grow up. And was he about the same age? That's the kind of things we want to know. Was he the same age? Was he 15 too? Or was he older? Yikes, I scared. I'm scared. I am scared. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, it's the daughter baby daddy who died. No, come on, right? Let's do this. She says, My granddaughter, oh, I got it now. Her granddaughter, that's the baby. Oh, Jesus Lord. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Okay, so the dad died. But where are his parents? Yikes. Thanks, Ray. Boy, this even rougher than I thought. Yes, she does. She does. Miss Patrice, if you don't mind giving us your time, we'd love to hear more and maybe how we could help support as well. If you can, inbox me, please, and let me know if you're up to telling your story in full. All right. Thank you, guys. And that's Natural Empress on Facebook, Miss Patrice. Thank you. Y'all be good.